Good morning everyone. I am Rajdeep Singh and today we are going to start a 10th lecture of this unit, that is SIMD computer organization. Now what you have already learned about SIMD organization, that is single instruction multiple data streams. Single instruction multiple data. Multiple data means collection of data. That means we are talking about processing on some vector data. So SIMD computers are actually used for carrying out processing of vector data also. So as it is written here that vector processing can be carried out with the help of SIMD computers. So SIMD computers have been categorized into two categories: distributed memory model and shared memory model. Now what is distributed memory model? There is very small difference between distributed memory model and shared memory model. Actually what you have learned in vector processing or a vector processor, that same thing you have to define it here. In a distributed memory model of a SIMD computer, it consists of an array of processing elements. There are a number of processors which are controlled by same control unit. Program or data are firstly loaded into control memory by the host computer, जैसा कि हम vector processor में करते थे. Then the instruction is sent to the control unit for decoding. Now after decoding, if we found that it is a scalar instruction, then it is directly executed by the scalar processor there, and if it found as vector instruction, it will be broadcasted to all processing element, all the available processing element via bus for parallel execution. Now the concept of distributed memory comes here, that each processing element has its own local memory and partitioned data sets are distributed to them. So in next slide, in the block diagram, you can see that here I am starting it from starting step, that from mass storage program and instructions are loaded into the host computer. This host computer will load the instruction and data to the control memory. Now control memory will decode it, or you can say it will forward it to array control unit. Now it is decoded. If the instruction decoded is of scalar type, it will be forwarded to scalar processor and it will be executed here only. And if it is of type vector instruction, then it will be distributed among this PE1, PE2, PE3 and so on, that is processing elements. And you can see here that each processing element is having its own local memory. There will be no sharing between these memory, yes, but interchange of data through this data routing network will take place, because there are number of processing elements are there, and for execution of a program dependency will exist in such system. So it is possible that output of some processing element is to be fed to some other processing element. So to resolve the dependency, this data routing network, this box data routing network will be used to route the data from one processing element to another processing element, but local memory of each processor will not be shared at all. So this is the diagram of distributed memory model. It is very simple. If you memorize the ray diagram or block diagram of vector processor, it is very much similar to that. Now moving forward to shared memory model, if I read out what it is written here, you can see that both the models are very similar, just in the concept of memory distribution it differs. So I'm reading out the text what it is written here. A shared memory SIMD's computer consists of an array of processing elements which are controlled by the same array control unit. Look at the line what I have read just now. The same line I have read in previous model, that is distributed memory model. Take a look at it. I have written here, a distributed memory SIMD computer consists of an array of processing elements which are controlled by same array control unit. Okay, now program and data are loaded into control memory by host computer. यही सेम चीज मैंने distributed memory model में बताई, that program and data are loaded into the control memory by host computer. The instruction is then set to the control unit for decoding. Same thing is written there also. अगर instruction जो decode हुआ है is of scalar type, it is directly executed by a scalar processor, and if it found as a vector instruction, it will be broadcasted to all processing element. P is the short form of processing elements via bus for parallel execution. Now here this sentence is different from the previous one. Here I have written that each processing element shares a global space of shared memory. Here look at this diagram, that processing element does not have any private memory, any local memory of itself, but it is accessing this shared memory module. These all memory modules are shared. That means P1 can access SM3 also, SM2 also, SM1 also, or any other shared memory module. Similarly, other processing element can share any shared memory module. So the type of memory which is available here is of shared type, and this memory is accessed, this shared memory is accessed through alignment network. So in that previous model we were using a data routing network which was used to route the data for resolving the dependency, but here we are using alignment network which is used to, which helps the processing element to share the or get the access of shared memory modules. Okay, now here as you can see in this diagram, again this mass storage, from mass storage program instruction will be loaded to host computer. Host computer, here array control unit and control memory are drawn in same box. So array control unit will decode the instruction. If it is of scalar type, it will go to the scalar processor and will be executed. If it is of vector type, it will distributed among various processing element through a bus, and now the execution will start, and the memory which has been shared memory will be available through alignment network. Okay, so this is the shared memory model of SIMD computer organization. Now the next thing which we have to see here is multi-threading. Now what is multi-threading? You have learned this topic in operating system also. Multi-threading is actually a process which is designed to handle the multiple context of a program simultaneously on a context switching base. What we get a look of the system that only one thread or only one instance of program is being running, but there are multiple threads which are there, which gives us feel that they are executing simultaneously, but they are being executed on context switching base. One possible system modeled by a network of processor P and memory M nodes. The distributed memory forms a global address space. Here distributed memory is used. Now for handling the multi-threading, we use multiple context processor. Remember this thing. For handling the multi-threading in multi-computers, we use multiple context processor. Now what are the parameters to analyze the performance of such multi-computer networks which is supporting multi-threading? So first one is latency. Latency is here represented as L. What is latency? Latency or communication latency involved in remote memory access. The value of L includes network delays, cache miss penalty, and delays caused by contentions. Whatever latencies or whatever delay will be included in accessing the network or accessing the memory will be represented by this L. Now what is N? N is the number of threads. What is number of threads? Number of threads that can be interleaved in each processor. A thread is represented by a context consisting of a program counter, a register set, and a required context status words. Context switching overhead, represented by C, is actually the number of cycles lost in performing the context switching in a processor. Whenever one thread is suspended and another thread is introduced to processor, all the values stored in a program counter, in a you can say small database, and then new thread is being introduced to the processor. The cycle lost in this transition is called as context switching overhead, and interval between switching is the cycle between switches triggered by a remote reference. So this is about multi-threading. This is exactly same what you have learned in operating system. So what we have learned today, we have learned SIMD computer organization. What is SIMD computer organization? Actually, vector processor or performing a vector processing, SIMD computers are used, SIMD machines are used. Two different types of machine we are going to read, that is distributed memory model and shared memory model. In distributed and shared memory model, the concept is exactly same. The data and instruction are loaded into the control unit. This control unit will decide after decoding that instruction is scalar or vector. If it is scalar, it will be executed by a scalar processor. If it is vector, it will be distributed among processing elements. Now the difference starts here, that if processing element has its own local memory, then it will be called as distributed memory model, and if the processing element is going to share the shared memory module, then it will be called as shared memory model. And then in last we take a look to the concept of multi-threading and the parameters which are used to analyze the performance of a such network which uses the multi-threading, and the concept which uses the multi-threading is called as the concept you can say the machines which are used to handle the concept of multi-threading are called as multiple context processor. So this is all about unit 4, and next lecture I am going to discuss about the queries or doubts if you have any in this unit, or I am going to start with unit 5. Thank you so much.